This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld Orca Encounter. My name is Candace and I'm so honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. Seeing a killer whale up close and getting to learn about them and their natural behaviors. We hope this Orca encounter will help you better understand these magnificent creatures and all that they represent.
Oh my god, I wow, they can jump on
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types or ecotypes of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whales' size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
A natural wonder, and our oldest whale, named Orca, she's 54 years old. She's going to help me show you guys some of their physical characteristics. The blowhole is perfectly designed for getting a quick breath at the surface. Even the location of her eyes works to her advantage. It looks like her eyes are located in that white area, but that is just a visual distraction. Her eyes are actually located in the black area, just in front of that white patch. Camouflage from thrashing prey. The fin on top of the whale is called the dorsal fin, and it stabilizes them while they swim and also helps regulate their body temperature. The flippers on either side of the body are called pectoral flippers, which are mainly used for steering and stopping. Pectoral flippers have 5 bony digits inside them, just like the human hand. The lobes on either side of the tail are called flukes. The tail flukes are the killer whale's engine, propelling them close to speeds of up to 30 miles per hour, just as fast as our speedboats. And they use the most power and generate the most energy when they're propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies out of the water.
Wow!
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orca pod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as a part of their communication. They use peck slaps to show dominance or to get noticed. For example, a mother may use a peck slap to get her calf's attention. But if they really want to be heard, they breathe. Spy hopping is how killer whales coordinate and get a better view of their surroundings when they hunt. Another form of communication that killer whales use in the wild. Great communicators, so it's no surprise they're at the top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Hemisphere will capture sea lions right off the beach. Ikaika's going to display the same behavior right here in front of you. Antarctic orcas will actually create waves washing over floating ice, knocking seals right into the water. Corky's going to be displaying the same wave-making technique, demonstrating one of the complex and impressive hunting abilities that killer whales have developed around the world. Now you just saw these waves crashing right here in front of you, but you can't really imagine the amount of water displaced until you have experienced it firsthand. Luckily, I have two volunteers. I have Nohana and Kanani. Did I get it right? Nohea. Very beautiful names. Go ahead and have a seat. Hold on to that handle. All right, so I think today it was probably about 50 degrees, so it'll be a nice little chill for you guys. Do you guys want to be surprised, or do you want me to tell you when it's going to happen? All right. That was Shuka. She got me wet too. How was it? Good? Great job, ladies. Come on up. You got to feel the power of the killer whale sail boots. Very nice. Now, because they're found in all parts of the ocean, it is no surprise that killer whales, they eat all types of prey, including other whales. The blue whale on the screen, that is the largest animal on Earth. It's 5 times larger and 50 times heavier than our killer whales. So how does a whale Corky and Ikaika size eat a whale that size in the wild? Well, it's possible because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Everyday life for killer whales. It's how they teach their young to hunt and practice their skills as they grow. Orcas spend a lot of time showing their playful side in the wild and here at SeaWorld. Porpoising is when a whale swims fast off the surface, breaking out of the water briefly. Rub their bellies on rocks when they can. We often see our whales display a similar behavior, just the same as whales in British Columbia. You'll even see whales imitate each other in the wild. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. The whales are always mimicking and learning from each other. Playful behavior has a purpose, and many of the behaviors we've seen the whales do today is a way for them to stun their fish. And hopefully today our killer whales are stunning all of you. Every day, which allows us to build a shared trusted relationship and provide optimal health care, research, and quality of life. All 10 of our whales, they participate in their own health and well-being. Now, as you can see on stage, Ikaika is in a rollover position. He's presenting his tail flukes to his behaviorist. The whales have several veins in that area, and that's where our veterinarians can draw blood to check our whales' overall health. They'll even slide up on a scale, as you can see Orca doing in that video. We weigh all 10 of our whales once a week to make sure our smaller whales are growing properly and to make sure our bigger whales are staying healthy. They'll even provide a breath sample from their blowholes. All these behaviors are made possible because of the shared trusted relationships built day after day here at SeaWorld. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys have had an opportunity to meet Ikaika, who's a 17-year-old male, actually an 18-year-old male, and this is Corky. Corky is our oldest whale at 54 years old. She's also our oldest female and our largest female, weighing over 8,300 pounds. Now, Corky is an inspiration for many of the trainers that wanted to work here at SeaWorld. And I love spending time with her each and every day. We challenge our whales each and every day to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play keep our whales in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.
today for Orca.